Now, AFC Championship game Sunday. The big question is, will Patrick Mahomes play? The Chiefs quarterback practiced in a limited fashion as he still goes in protocol. Coach Andy Reid was asked about his QB status.
They look good. He's just he's in the protocol, so there's only certain things he can do, and it's a limited basis. But today is a little bit limited practice, so this fit right into what he could do. But he took all the snaps, and he feels good. So I mean, we're just going to follow this protocol as close as we possibly can.
All right, Max, listening to Adam Schefter on Get Up this morning, he said he'd be shocked if Mahomes didn't play. So let's assume that he does and he makes it through the entire concussion protocol. Who's more valuable to their team? Is it Patrick, or would you say Josh Allen?
Patrick Mahomes. And I think it's easily Patrick Mahomes. Respect to Josh Allen, who's been superb most of the season. He had a little hiccup maybe a third of the way into the season, but otherwise has been superb, and including in the playoffs has led his teams to wins. Mm-hmm. But right now, who's playing better defense, the Chiefs or the Bills? Like, can you imagine the Bills surviving a bad game from Josh Allen? Because I can. Can you imagine the Chiefs surviving a bad game from Patrick Mahomes? No. And is it linked to his weapons when you have Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, and when you have Andy Reid as the head coach, a quarterback whisperer like that? Is that all tied to his success? Of course it is. But he's got to deliver the goods. Respect to Chad Henne and what he did at the end of that game and the play call of Andy Reid. Do any of us believe had Chad Henne started that game, they would have won? I don't. You think they would have won with Chad Henne against Cleveland? I don't. And I don't think they would win against Buffalo. But the way Buffalo's been playing defense, look what they just did to the Ravens run game. The way they're playing defense, Josh Allen could have a nice, solid game and they could win. We all know the Chiefs can't have a nice, solid game from Patrick Mahomes. They need him to be Superman.
I believe you're wrong. I believe you're wrong, however, because philosophically, you and I have never been on the same page with this matter. Like, for example, years ago when CP3 got injured, and you felt like that cost Houston the trip to the finals. I felt like Golden State, KD, Steph, Clay, they would have found a way no matter what. It's similar here. I'm thinking Kansas City would have found a way with Tyreek Hill, with Travis Kelce, with Williams in the backfield, with Le'Veon Bell, with the weapons that they have available, McCole Hardman and others, with Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. They would have figured out a way. That's my belief. And so when I look at it from that perspective, I look at the multitude of weapons that they have available to them, and I say, excuse me, there's so much talent on Kansas City, even on the defensive side of the ball led by the Honey Badger. There's so much talent on that squad and veteran leadership as well. You have a situation where they could have potentially found a way against a team that really hadn't been relevant in postseason play for over a decade. Well, that's how I'm looking at Cleveland. In the case of the Buffalo Bills, first of all, Stephon Diggs arrives. Josh Allen, we see what he can do. They've been out of the picture for quite a long time. Bills Mafia, I don't know why they got a mafia. What the hell have they done to call themselves Bills?
The best fan base in sports right now.
Legit, Stephen.
You see them giving the Lamar Jackson charity the money?
I'm not questioning the legitimacy of the fans. I'm questioning the legitimacy of their argument about the Bills. In other words, the Bills have just become relevant in our eyes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the fans. Any team that lives in that city with that weather, and you support them like that? Oh, they're
Have you seen them? They break tables. They're wild.
There's something
special. And they always support the Bills.
The Bills fans are something special. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying that their team just started giving them something to cheer about. Yeah. I'm looking at Allen with a Stephon Diggs, and I'm like, it's all you've got. It's not to say they don't have talent on the defensive side of the ball, particularly with that secondary. I get all of that. But without Josh Allen, you don't have a snowball's chance in hell. You don't have it, okay? Without Patrick Mahomes, you still got a chance because of the talent Kansas City has. That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm saying from a philosophical standpoint, I look at Josh Allen as being more valuable to his team right now than Patrick Mahomes, because to me, him and Stephon Diggs are it. Whereas with Patrick Mahomes, that's not the case.
So your argument is that because Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs have this thing going on now.
No.
You need the two of them.
No, I'm saying that's it for them. I'm saying with Kansas City, I can look at a multitude of things.
So Chad Henne has enough different options that even Chad Henne could beat. could beat the Buffalo Bills.
No. The question is who's more valuable to their team right now? Mahomes or Allen to their team?
Okay,
I'm saying Allen is more valuable to the team.
I'm not going to dispute the chemistry between Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs right now. It's obvious. But I will say this. I don't know that Stephon Diggs couldn't do that with a lot of quarterbacks right now. This dude is playing with as much or more confidence as any player in the NFL who's left playing right now. And in fact, who's the best receiver even left in the playoffs? And I love Tyreek Hill, but in terms of the way Diggs is playing right now, it's probably him.
Max, I'm not knocking the brother because he could play, and I guess I'm taking a slight shot at him because he's a former Cowboy. But your second leading receiver on the team is Cole Beasley. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean,
they
he
don't
can
have
play.
the weapons.
He can play. He can play, but they don't have the weapons Kansas City has.
That's the point.
But
Kansas City is built to exploit those weapons. Buffalo, they're going to beat you in a shootout.
I'm saying
Buffalo could win a defensive game.
More valuable without Josh Allen. My God, they have no chance. With a Chad Henne, Kansas City would still have a chance against anybody because of the weapons around him.
This is my position on Patrick Mahomes, and it has
anyone
been
in the AFC.
With the Chiefs since before the season started. If the question is football, to me right now, the answer is Patrick Mahomes. Quarterback play, the answer is Patrick Mahomes. Who's the most valuable? Mahomes. Who do you want most? Mahomes. It's Mahomes. I just think Aaron Rodgers is close. And I've never said otherwise if he's in his prime, and it looks like he still is. Right. Just didn't look last year. But Mahomes, to me, is the reason why you look at the Chiefs and you think they're going to win the Super Bowl. You will replace him with anyone else, you go, I don't know, they're in the mix.
Without Josh Allen, I don't think the Bills would even be in the playoffs, A. And B, I would remind you, we are having conversations about Tyreek Hill being the best receiver in football. Yeah. And we are having conversations about Travis Kelce already being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
That's how special those brothers are. So all I'm saying is that listen, Patrick Mahomes.
Would you take?
Patrick Mahomes. Excuse me.
Whose defense would you take?
I think I'd take Buffalo by here.
Yeah.
I'll take Buffalo's defense.
I'll take Buffalo.
The secondary.
Yeah. All right. The Chiefs are favored by 3, and obviously he's going through the concussion protocol, but apparently he's also dealing with a foot injury as well. So we'll see what happens with Mahomes. Andy Reid 5-1 with Mahomes in the playoffs, 11-13 with all
foot
other
injury didn't
quarterbacks.
stop him from picking up that first down, by the way.
Yeah. No question. Shoot it up. All right. Get ready.